well. They're bringing some power. They're looking to clear people in 2 shots. So you expect those Sheriffs to stay close, hip to hip. Push up towards B. They're going to get 10s off of the site right away.
It's not only Sheriffs, but also a lot of Ghosts now. Basically, it's going to become a brawl.
Oh, he stays.
Fundamentals and trades staying over. All of them are blinded! Tez with 3 kills in the round! Last one to go, finally denied by Tui's, but he's all alone. And second, again, the Twinsies come out to work.
And the last thing Loud wanted to see is a pistol round like that on map 3 from Sentinels.
It's gonna be a force to be reckoned with right now on this map. It's Loud trying to change the pace. Aggressive now towards the A side. Saucy falls.
A quick pipe shot. You see both of the walls over towards B quickly going up. They're going to hit towards A, so they try to draw attention, and QCK is going to pick another one up. A second answers back.
Yeah, but then we have that ADS from Kawadzin picking up the Bulldog that was left behind. Zekin falls. So the Outlaw will not be able to get picked up yet to allow these pawn shots to happen. You definitely do see Loud here. One shot having anything here with the Outlaw, or also just spamming with these rifles. The submachine guns. The Spectre to get the kill. But after that first initial push coming out from John Cutie, Loud seems to be in a very good position to hold this post plant.
Slow push in, back control the site. They just trade whatever they're defending right now, so Loud can fire all the way in. Okay,
that's a nice shot. John Cutie pushing 4-2 versus 1. It's up to Tui's alone once again, and that wall's gonna be an annoying to deal with. He gets the first kill. Celsius is trying to stick it, but Tui's gets the pick. The Red Bull clutch to tie up the game early on Icebox.
And Loud comes alive much earlier in this game. That has to feel good for them to find ground right now. The first 2 maps went 4-0, 5-0 before Loud answered back. Not this time. We're going to see him a little bit more hungry here as we get into round 3 after this replay. Loud feeling good after the second round bye to win after losing pistol. Still smiles, still vibing. Can never count Loud out. Cascade forward. Still working this wall onto B, but now they have Harbor's wall to take towards A as QCK, another first kill of the round.
Time for Sentinels to push out quick. And that Cascade was annoying to deal with. At least they got the kill out of that for Sentinels with the low buy that they have. Whole classics, actually. Just utility.
Yeah.
Really, the plan was trying to get 10s with an orb. A death allows for him to get the KO ult in the next round. For Loud, it's a reset. Using utility now to clear towards the A site. Dizzy throwing up a swing through the Viper wall. Beautiful kill from Kawadzin onto Zekin. And once again, nullifying the surprise attacks that Sentinels are trying to do. A little bit of pop shots, and it's replied. Tui's gets the pick up to Zelsis. This is looking clean right now for Loud's conversion off the Thrifty that it just got on round number 2.
Clean cut, clear. They take a site. They take down Sentinels for another round. Like you said, Sentinels buying classics. Seeing that a lot more from teams, able to fill up the utility. And it actually feels good because if you do go down with your classic, you have utility coming into this round now. So just get to dip into the pocket a little bit, and you already have what you need to be throwing at your opponent.
Utility and weapons for sure.
Right. Operator's going to be coming online here as we see Zekin spending a little bit more. Still quite a few away from the ultimate on Orb. So this op hopefully coming into play for them. And see, once Loud figures it out, that might change their tune coming into this round. But they are going to go for this pressure quickly onto Long B here.
I think the dart missed, so it allows John Cutie to potentially get a surprise attack, but just saw that jiggle peek out. Loud falls back in instantly. One of those plays that Loud likes to do here is go aggressive, instantly stop, and try to re-hit right after. Get into timing out for the defensive side. Alan Drone gets denied. Not too much information, but at least a Reckoning comes out to clear out the site. There's still players outside the perimeter, though, of this Reckoning on Sentinel's side. KO ult that we talked about before. Tens has now activated it. Flash being thrown. Tens falls down, becomes the camera, allowing John Cutie to get these 2 picks. Now off the post plant. There's a super late lurk right now from Les. 2 snake bites available. Wall is still up. Cascade now being thrown
nullifying the op.
Exactly. Nullifying that, but also allowing here Tens to come back up. There is that res. 1 flash that could be huge right now to use for both of these defenders. Dizzy comes out. Tens gets ready to move forward. John Cutie gets the pick on the Tuies. The push for that flash allows Zelsis to get the pick. Les becomes the last player standing. Also dropped by Zelsis as Sentinels will get a flawless on the defuse. Falling Loud to try to push very aggressively behind the Cascade and trying to clear out the A site once again. This KO from Tens continues to nullify the utility that Kalazin's trying to bring, allowing Zekin to be posted up and get the first blood against QCK.
They couldn't clear A site fully of the Opper. The Cascade forwards just waited out by Zekin, and then they fire back. Kawenzin able to trade now on to Tens.
Oh, utility! The Mox goes on the ground, bounces off Les's head, who turns around and says, wait a minute, with another kill there. Onto John Cutie, even if they're to dash away. The quad denied by Zekin, but Kawenzin is there for the trade.
The lot on Lotus right off the rip to deter something that the defense was doing or the offense was doing. And we'll see if it clears out the position of Yellow or right under Ness where John Cutie was playing the other round. He doubled up. Focus towards B, less watching the rear here. And Sentinels are playing a little more timid after seeing Loud's aggression on that last round.
Even scaling behind here, the Owl Drone. Once again, green control. Orb up for grabs. It seems as though we're trying to go for the quick yellow control. John Cutie just waiting. Posted up are two of his teammates around the corner, also watching flank under the tube.
Viper's pit up.
As they pick up the orb. So they have it available for less. There's a swing on both ends. Nano Swarm to delay Sadak from pushing forward and trying to get this plant down. Underhand flash, a swing out of that one. Blinds two, Tens picks up the kill. Plant then comes down instantly though. Zelsis gets the kill onto Sadak. A 2 versus 4, disadvantage for Loud. Those two ultimates are still available, and we might try to delay as much as they can for Kawadzin's Hunted Security to do some damage. As that's one slight mistake there, Les is able to punish it. And that pit could be very detrimental for the retake of Sentinels. Snakebite on the ground. Wingman's trying to defuse it so far. Les falls. And Wingman gets to defuse.
On some members allowed, but still those ultimates are what they want to execute.
Same type of play here.
Yeah.
Just trying to have Zekin give him an opportunity to get a op pick. Alan Joe knife comes out canceled. No information. So we're going back and forth. It seems like deja vu in round number 7. Will they be ready for Zekin posted at the same spot, looking towards the pipes? And yes, they are, because looks like Lao was trying to move down towards 410 instead. Saucy ready to greet them, though. Pushing forward, Sadak gets that pick onto Zekin to trade it off. Less with the lurk that they mentioned on the desk, but he gets spotted by the turret, and Zelsis is going to be on a 1v1 in that section. Meanwhile, though, able to get the lockdown up on the attack, which will potentially allow Loud to move in and get a plant.
Thrash already used on this. Great job by Loud to avoid that and be able to kind of skirt around that ultimate of Saucy. Here now, Sentinels with the retake. Loud, they are ready.
The knife is in the back of the site, does not spot anybody, so Sentinels could start working forward up the site. A trade-off that happens, back and forth. Tuies again in a clutch situation against John Cutie and Tens. Tap on the spike, it's not really for him.
No.
So he has to lurk up, and that high tide is going to be annoying to deal with, but it was a tap. Tens gets the pick, the run across, and John Cutie wins that fight.
IGL coming up strong again. John Cutie, these situations that you put him in, you see him coming out on top quite a bit. Scattered low armor across both teams. Trying to get an upper operator shot here just to start off the round on some high lows. Very big pick from Zekin. He's gonna stay.
And he's got support there, Dizzy, to try to get more information. Instead, there's a second jump. Cloudburst is coming through, so they know the pressure is coming in towards Loud. But look at that instant pivot. Two players now pushing forward towards the A side. The rotate coming across as well. Orb, which should soon be coming up towards middle here to allow for them to cross. Meanwhile, the same good old thing, this time not being Sadak, because it's Kawenzin on this Sova, using the Allen Drone to bait out the players of Sentinels out towards this B sign, and to walk slowly towards A.
Full retake setup now for that side. All Loud has to deal with is the ultimate, or sorry, utility from Zelsis, and that's just delay denial. Probably won't come up with too much. They'll be able to wait this out, and the Reckoning lets them know this space is free. QCK and goes even further.
Got a Hunter's Fury if they want to use it here, unless QCK could do something. Actually, he's so out of position, Kawenzin. Not going to be able to use it. So he's going to be in a one and done for QCK. Gets a pick at least before he gets traded out by Zekin. A 4 versus 4, trying to use the Hunter's Fury for the pulse plant instead. Zekin gets the pick up to QCK as Nanostorms are now trying to delay here on the attack side. There's that recon dart coming through. Kalazin rips out the Hunter's Fury, but nobody's on the spike so far. Just a tap to actually bait out the ult. Here it comes, the wingmen to come out to start the defuse. Sentinels are fighting forward in front of their wall, but the shock darts are coming out, denies the wingmen defuse.
Guard the wingman!
Couple of kills coming across though. Kalazin and Les are holding the ground. Snake bite on the ground, and there's no time left. Saucy in a 1 versus 2, hoping to make it expensive at least on the exit. They both ran out of ammo, but both still die from the spike. Loud tie up the game 4-4.
Again, the focus from Loud starts with this B hit. They tempt it, they cascade, go with the drone, and see what they can get out of a fight here. Because Sentinels, they've been given that peek. Tens will be there, or Zekin. Yeah. They're trying to get a first kill.
That type of round reminds me of Pearl all over again. Trying to play double controller of the pulse planet. Everybody's playing lineups and sprays through smokes. You're just crossing your fingers to actually get the diffuser.
Just need some Odins.
Exactly.
Start spraying.
At least it's been working for both teams. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, but it's a clean slate in round number 9. 4-4 our scoreline. Sadak trying to push forward. Off. And the orb coming down on the defense. Tens only has a share alone. Underhand flash information. But Kalazin, they were ready for that this time around. Kalazin and less. All comes out. Denial. Attempt of a plant. But Sadak still is able to put it down.
Wow. Loud is staying so much farther forward. Staying too yellow. Still pushing out from long. Nice util kill. Zelsis is just dancing and dodging in there. Nice kill by Kalazin.
Who gets a 3rd in the round. Even Sadak, I mean, the trades are nice. The position's great.
And pushing mid.
Exactly, looking for aggression. Staying outside of the range of the Dizzy. Something that also EG struggled with, taking control of green. Nonetheless, Loud scores first. Advantage as Zelsis is under heavy pressure, forced to fall back in the back of the site. Mosh moving forward to the way as Saucy gets 2. Looks back at the top of the 410 as Tui's takes him down though. Still the advantage comes out. The orb for a plant on the top of the A tower coming out from Loud. Null command available for Tens if they want to try to retake this one. But it comes down to if they could get these picks, and they cannot. Tui's looking clean on those 2. Bumping into each other, getting concussed by the Reckoning. A ping coming out.
They go for him.
Zekin's able to dodge it though, so that does no damage at all. Zekin dashing forward, looking to reposition on the top of the A tower. QCK with the opener. There's that pick, but instantly traded out. Sadak's on the top, and they tried to do the null command on the Sentinel side. But as they were doing a lot of noise for Loud, they stayed back towards the site and just picked out Sentinels on the retake, trying to be a little bit more proactive and aggressive against Loud's take.
Last with 1. John Cutie here to try and clean up 3. It's going to be tough. I love the choice. These final shots come through. Waited out round. They're seeing again if Sentinels will give them that peek at yellow just to get that first fight with less carrying the op in mid.
And finally, Sentinels are able to take control of the A-side pressure. So you see how Zelsis and Zekin are currently posted, watching belt, watching main. So they know now that the hit's coming towards the B side, at least to start. The early call from Loud to take control of yellow, as you mentioned here, Riv. At the same time, important to keep Saucy alive because he has a thrash to work with. There's the commitment now for Loud for the first initial hit. But they haven't really crossed the line to try to tap a spike. They're trying to waste that utility out first.
I'm gonna stick this. They're using a different wall now for Harbor. They're not allowing those sections to be created as much as Sentinels retake. This wall is covering mid and snowman entrance now. Straight across instead of diagonally. Cascade goes forward. They should be able to gain position, get that default plant in, and this is going to be hard to uproot Loud with 5 alive. But here comes Thrash to try.
Thrash and giving time for Tens even to rotate across, and QCK still get the pick though onto Zelsis as we got 1. Looks like he was detained towards the back of yellow. I think that was going to be less here. But an off shot missed here by Zekin. QCK answering back on the Tens. Looking good for Loud on the pulse plant. You needed Tens to come across with these flashes to help, but instead it's Loud winning this pulse plant, pushing forward.
There it is.
Dropping the IGL.
And that Molly post plant. Let's see what Sentinels tries to do. Loud with great util dump into the side. Just got it. And deny Sentinels.
and also denied the 2 nano swarms that was going for
Yep.
that plant. So that's going to be even more difficult for Sentinels to play that pulse plant. Staying anchored up, that's the name of the game. That's what they have to do when they can't. Until Zekin finally pops the first one against Loud. Counting gets the flick onto Tens. Zekin is now alone. The double swing high-low. And Loud looks really good. A slight mistake on just waiting the timing of that plant. Looks like Sentinels couldn't punish it because of the cascade that came out.
Yeah.
So they cut noise and SEN and looking for the snowball. After the KO knife gets shot out, double flash clearing out the back of the site once again. Just trying to bait out utility. Wingman, though, looking for the set of the plant for the A tower, so changing things around. Just parkouring across the A site. Plant now comes down. Aldrone only spots Zekin, but already Loud has funneled back and pushed towards the back of the A site. Sasi scores first, though, long range with a stinger. And definitely fighting forward. Alarm bot to also ring the bell, allowing here Sentinels to try to fight back on the left side of 410. But Les is able to even up the tally. This stinger buy from Sentinels. They're trying to keep the weapons and the engagement close. Nano Swarm getting a pick onto QCK. A 3 versus 3 as the time is in favor of Sentinels so far. The high tide coming up. Tens with the long range stinger once again. And Sentinels are able to score on the force buy.
On the defuse. Wow, Sentinels come up huge there. What are Loud going to do? They go to a Bucky, they go to a low buy. Sentinels now can start to push for a possible win on this map. They need to tie it up, but that could easily happen now with the way this would swing. Loud taking every precaution on the defensive side now. Sadak knows what to do in these situations. They've been there before. And no different how they want to play this.
Jiggling across, spraying through the top of the A tower. Les made it out with 22 HP remaining, and instantly we're moving forward for a plant.
Brett.
Looks like the years were spotted there. By Sadak with the Sheriff. ADSing down, baiting the plant for them to move forward. At least the backstab is there. Zelsis watching that flame, dropping QCK. Flash is moving forward across the high tide. You hear the repel, Zekin's just waiting behind it. And they're okay with it for Sentinels.
Yeah.
They are playing against pistols at this point.
Just
really
wait
loud.
for the
The last two
ones.
guys can't really do too much. You already see him pulling all the way back. You were just looking to run in and die from the spike after. But Sentinels are looking pretty good so far. Getting that force buy on that second run and winning the way that it did really foiled the plans now for Loud to have a very strong start on the second half.
Dog it down.
I mean, I think can dying the spike, allowing him to be one away from the ult. Of course, it was the kill that was more important to get that ult point than his death from the spike and stand in. It allows for them to maybe try to look for that pressure to pick up that ward towards B side, because Sentinels never really took control of that B side. But Sentinels in round number 16 decide to do it. And they deny the opportunity of Loud of building up ultimates here.
Been a while since we've seen this little box shot. The back of Snowman you can hit on top of green. And now they're waiting. For QCK, it did look like that dash went across. I think he's got the call. Zekin saw that little hair bun fly through. And now they wait. And they call such a good wait. The patience of Sentinels causes Loud to go for the full rotation, expecting an A hit, a free sight here. And it's going to be the call from Sadak that they need to come back. What a deep plan.
Yeah,
they're still going.
They want to definitely try to start working and fighting towards the spawn. You see that setup from Tens, but this time he doesn't have a flash to work with. So it's really going to be Zekin trying to catch one early, sees that there's no early pressure coming out. Here's the Aldrone, falls back in the site instead. So an opportunity now for Loud to rescale for the retake in the B site. Zekin behind the cascade, a 1-for-1 though. One coming through, blocking vision on the left side of yellow. 3 players posted up there for Sentinels on that post plan as well. So you hear the utility coming out for the retempa take. Zelsis on the top of green. Look at all that delay for that utility for Sentinels on that post plan as well. And looks like we want to try to save, to fight for another day, to try to keep the op for QCK.
Oh my gosh.
But Sentinels will get 7.
6 rounds for Sentinels to solidify themselves as the kings of NA.
Really close out a very strong attack side on Icebox as well. As a change of pace, change of position from Loud. Same wall, but from a different position to block out vision on mid and green. Zelsis decides to walk up on this, and the rest of Sentinels holding behind it. There's nobody really watching an A-side push, except for an alarm bot.
Yeah.
And I find that interesting, too, that it's an alarm bot instead of a turret, because somebody could now move up on top of L. So for me, maybe Sentinels are really looking to commit towards this B side.
Exactly. Maybe the pace they move, they feel comfortable just going forward, knowing the back won't be timed. And yeah, they're going to get into position really fast here. A Stinger, a Guardian, but the operator's there for QCK.
Did not expect Zekin to be on top of Yellow. 2E's with the wide swing and gets picked off. QCK's too far behind. He's still anchoring towards the A side with that operator. There's a chance here for Sentinels to move up. Recon dart prepped up ready, but it's shock darts instead. Same plant position behind the wall, and there's no utility there to deny him. And as I say that, the shock darts came through.
A good way to recognize from last round to this round that Loud can stop that plant. That's the call from Sadak saying they planted deep. Left. The team saw it too. We can deny that the next time they do it.
They have to have important timing here, as that's a nice shot from QCK. Talk about Sentinels, the wall came up, they can pick it up and try to go for a plant, and meanwhile, a pushing coming out from Zelsis, who gets a pick onto Sadak on middle. QCK now, no targets available for a pick with the operator, especially when the wall comes up. Zelsis also lurking through towards that kitchen. Here's the shot from the operator. Here's the footsteps of Kawazine falling back towards orange. So the rest of Loud pressing forward towards yellow. A nice spam through the poison orb. QCK falls. Now a tap on that spike, baiting out the swings from the Sentinels, but no picks until Zelsis gets the lurk kill. One more to go. Zelsis again with the lurk to put 3 in the round and putting Sentinels 1 round away of tying the game.
We heard Kaplan talking to Smix at halftime about how it's John Cutie and Zelsis, and you have to think that there was a lot of Zelsis going into that round, the timing, the calls, how much time they needed to defend in sight or play back in sight for him to get there in the flank. Controls the map. We see Zelsis come up with 2 big ones there towards the end. 9-8 now. Sentinels only trailing by 1 with the last 4 rounds in their favor.
Get out of my way!
It's going to be a push down here. Loud wants to start to get aggressive. Even on their low buy, they have to get under the skin of Sentinels here. They can't keep playing default, it seems.
QCK just heard the turret. Actually, he's still in range where he could maybe surprise somebody, but instead just wants to deny visibility for Sentinels by breaking a turret early. So Sentinels pushing towards the A side instead.
Should be a wingman plan here. Trade back and forth. Nice shot by QCK.
Dash activated as well. Stinger upgrade. Back into the Sheriff. Snakebite pushing away. Reckoning instantly getting popped. Asasi gets the plant from the wingman assist. Now there's that jump up. Sasi almost got that pick. Onto Les, jumping up towards the A tower, who does get a pick of his own with the Sheriff. We talk about the lower buy here. Loud has to make plays, and it's working out. 100 Fury out for Kawazine. No contact. Les with the wall bang onto Sasi as well. It's up to the IGL. John Cutie spraying across left and right. Now Les is sticking on that plant. It's looking pretty good here to hold it in the end. The lower buy for Loud. They're thrifty as they answer right back, and that hope is slowly dwindling away here since Sentinels forced by in the second round of the half.
The Cove really put...
So cycling the lockdown before the Thrash to start things off.
Don't get in my way.
Les is just trying to get that timing.
Why not?
Yeah.
He'll be fine back there to
run back in. Plant on the left side, though.
Ooh.
They do get the spray on it behind the cascade, so that's spiked down. Remember, the Thrash is still available for Sasi. Zelsis getting some sprays. It's the battle inside that pit. Playing on the extremities of it. But with that spike being down out in the open, looks like we have to try to reset for Sentinels. It's a Thrash to make some noise, allowing Zelsis once again to look for timing on that flank. Underhand flash being thrown. Spike now being picked up as they pull back away from this, leaving Zekin on the top. But this whole time, as Zelsis is lurking towards middle, that op was always towards that B side. And if they don't use the right utility to try to clear it here,
30 seconds left.
QCK could have some easy picks.
The lurks, or the rotations have been so late for the last member of Loud. This time it's gonna pay off.
And that's well done here on the positioning from Loud. Because of that op being posted up on the B side, they can focus on the kitchen, on the rotate down at the underpass. Even the op gets the pick off the south.
No time.
All of them falling down, 5 seconds left. Actually, there is time at this point when Tens picks it up. So a 2 versus 2, the shorty. Tens still gets the kill. But less now in a clutch situation. Information of where TenZ is at. The high-low TenZ doesn't even need it.
Oh my gosh.
How did that happen for Sentinels to be able to convert that round when they dropped that spike in that kitchen? They want to go quick. It's a flash over the high tide, and then a dizzy towards the front. An aggressive push forward as Zekin almost got that punish onto Tui's. But there's the blades from out. The headshot up to Saucy. The spike is down. No command denies also his knives. Trying to run away towards yellow. Second pushes forward for the 2 kills. Opened up the B side for a bit. There's still 1 player left. It's Sadak with the Vandal. Pushing forward. Gets the kill up to Zekin, who was protecting the spike platter. As Last gets a nice shot. The rotate from behind, unfortunately there for Kawazine. Almost had the opportunity to get the pick. It's off to the Sheriff alone. Upgrading now to the Phantom. Nanosword now being used. Even the turret on the back. The orb comes down. John Cutie swings on the other side. And Sentinels have tied up the game.
Just like that. 3 rounds away from being the kings of NA. Rounds they move slow. They get the read they want.
That's right, the job's not done here for Sentinels for Loud. They're still looking pretty good. Lots of money. An operator out once again for QCK towards B main, a jump spot from Zekin, but they also have ults to work with for the retake. So Sentinels has to continue their due diligence here if they want to try to win this map, but Loud has been looking for answers so far, just to try to close out this map.
I think that was a miss. Zelsis walks up like that.
The swing for
miss!
Does get the surprise kill onto Kawazine with the contact. Dizzy now being thrown towards the air. Flash moving forward. Zekin dashing up. And that lockdown comes out prematurely. The spray through the cascade. Zekin falls. The molly, though, is a little bit too far behind. I don't think it's going to break it. So that rotates the players back. Zelsis again trying to go for that lurk. But it gets stopped by QCK with the operator. It's a reset with only 24 seconds left. Sentinels have no choice but to commit towards the A site, but they still have a pit to work with.
They have to get in. They don't have wingman to plant here. It's going to take everybody being in sight to cover this. TenZ again taking that nest position.
John Cutie, though, not looking to use his pit. There you go. Brings it out towards the screen. Breaking line of sight by the operator. Knife even thrown towards the screen. Spotting 3. High tide separating the A site. Allowing Loud to try to swarm out with the 4 players they have remaining. They have a cove to work with for the defuse as well. Tui's is the one that's going to have to stay alive here to give chances for Loud to fight back this round 21. TenZ pushing forward within that pit. Still working on the other side. Or Loud outside the dice. Sassy gets the spray. TenZ inside.
One more.
The trays come out. TenZ gets the third. Sentinels take the lead. They only need 2 now.
Or Loud, they're not going to play too much. They'll put less on pipes. We know that Sheriff is always good for 1, but Sentinels, they're all voting down this B long, and they're making their way towards that yellow again.
Because the high tide didn't come early anymore, they just tried to really push forward for Sentinels, knowing that the harbor's so far away, they tried to assist and delay even more. Now it's time for Sentinels to activate their lockdown on this attack side to try to get the plant in. Pushing away Loud back towards the window. The timing of the flash misses, but it still allows for him to push forward. A wall comes up from Tui, spraying through with the help of Sadak, dropping TenZ. Pulse plant now still activated, though, as the plant comes down for Sentinels. In a defuse attempt for Loud. A tap on the spike first, a swing out towards the yellow. It's a 1-for-1. QCK with a headshot of the Saucy. Snake bite on the ground. John Cutie trying to stay alive. Pushed away as well by the enemy snake bite. Cloudburst up, jump towards the air. Beautifully done here. Living John Cutie with 2 kills, but Tui's is still there for the trade.
Loud. A bright light there with the individual skill. I think something we've been missing with the individuals being able to pop off on their own.
Path and going through the high tide, using his orb to try to lurk inside the kitchen. Sentinels 4 players set up. Slowly moving up here. Towards the A site. I mean, they did give their information away the first Dizzy that came out. So maybe orb control could be the play. We're 1 away from getting a thrash out for Sassy and Bladestorm, and Zelsis trying to count on that one, couldn't capitalize on that pick.
It's the first time Zelsis has been kind of the spearhead of the strategy. Yeah. He's always the last to move, giving info. A was waiting for Zelsis to cause the disruption here. Loud doing a great job at holding their positions and not moving on this one. Sentinels cannot find an opening just yet. Waiting for Util to make that a possibility.
So you see the high tide now being thrown from the generator. And already crosshairs are set towards that right side. Now Orb finally picked up, trying to use that thrash to create that space, but a Arachne comes out. The audio cues allows Loud to spam through that wall and get 2 picks.
Left.
And it's the same story once again. Trying to rotate out, and where they're rotating to, and op on the B side. Beautiful hold to starting off for Loud.
He's got cement boots over here. He just does not leave the site. Sadak finds him on the rotation.
With Spike down, 13 seconds left. Loud gets the last pick and the last so far. 12-11. As they're looking to move this over to Bind. Just waiting to thrash. I don't think he even got the information. Oh, what? Almost felt like that was on him.
Yeah. Just pulled away from the flick.
But Tens picks up the ult orb and also has null command in the ready. Trying to delay even more. A high tide comes out all the way back from kitchen. That's Tui's slowing down any type of push that Sentinel's trying to take towards green after getting that ult, anticipating a null command hit.
Zelsis gonna start doing a little roaming towards Belt as they keep an eye on mid. Great choice by Loud and how they've rotated this coverage to lean over towards the B site. And yeah, seeing Saucy, you're probably like, okay, wingman spike, we got it. Perfect. A lot of information there for Loud.
But it's mind games. Look at him rotating back towards the A side. They're thinking, hey, Sentinels might pull back towards the A side and they're gambling for it. The gamble doesn't turn out this time around. It worked for at least 2 all-ins. But this time, Sentinels are pushing forward in the A site.
This is a very sketchy plan.
Wingman comes out for a plant. Sadak gets the pick, and a second one onto Zelsis. QCK with the off kill onto Zekin. Not even needed the assist. The ping on the last one. The flawless from Loud. As they're able to push this into a 4th match.